Hello and welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. It's Tuesday the 2nd of January 2024. Happy New Year! If you are here watching live, could you do me a light and sound check? And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much for joining us. There'll be 20 minutes or so of chatting, and then there'll be crafting using all new products, which I'm very excited about. So, how are we? I hope if you are on the south coast like me, you've battened down all of your hatches. It is blowing a hoolie outside. And for those of you that makes no sense, we've got a huge storm going on. It's really, really windy. Really, yeah, the weather is pretty dire here. We've had 2 inches of rain overnight. Well, since about this time yesterday, actually. So it's not good. Okay, so who is here? Elizabeth's here. Hello, hello. And Kathy is here from California. Welcome, Kathy. And Scylla and Donna. Oz is in the house. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. So tell me something that's happened in the last week or so since I saw you. Since I saw you last, tell me something funny or interesting, or I don't know, if you were present giving or present receiving, the best present or the funniest present. Yeah, share something about that, or the food. So we had my mum came to stay with us, and Kimberly and her husband Dom, and Connor and his girlfriend Lydia. So there were 7 of us all over Christmas, which was wonderful. It was lovely to have them all come and visit. But I seem to be working my way through a mountain of cheese that didn't get eaten. There is always something. There's always some food doesn't get eaten. This year it was cheese. So yeah, we are eating a mountain of cheese. So yeah, which is very cool. And yeah, Santa was very kind to me, and I had some lovely presents. The Connor and Kim coordinated, which always makes me smile when they think of something to get for me and Brian, or Brian and I, should I say. And yeah, there were tears. They bought us 2 steel robins. And I don't know whether this is like a global thing or whether it's just a UK thing, but there's this little phrase that says loved ones are near when robins appear. And yeah, so they bought us two robins, and these robins are made of steel, which means they go rusty. And in our back garden, where the veg patches and the bird feeders and stuff are, we've got quite a few things that are steel and that go rusty. Sounds rubbish. It sounds not good, does it? But they look really cool. Google it anyway. I'll share a picture. So on one of the gooseberry patches, we've put these 2 robins. So that was, yeah, that touched our hearts. So, so it was kind of a weird Christmas, but a lovely Christmas. And, when you look back on last year, yes, for us as a family, it was a tough year, but there were moments of joy. So, you know, that's what you hang on to, isn't it? So 2024. Who makes resolutions? Does anyone make resolutions? Anyone broken theirs yet? 2 days in? I don't. I used to. I don't anymore. I think over the years with my business, I tend to review things every 3 or 4 months. So I've kind of got into the habit of looking at things and tweaking and changing things as I go. So I don't tend to have like a hard line of, you know, this is the first of the year, so I'm going to start something new. Because I quite often start things throughout the year. But I'm always interested if people have got some New Year's resolutions or not. But did you know 2024 is the year of the dragon? Now, the dragon is my spirit animal, if I'm allowed a dragon. I love dragons. They're very cool. I say that like they're real. I wish they were real. But yeah, so I love dragons. So I am convinced this is going to be an amazing year. So there you go. So you've heard it here first. It is going to be wonderful. So let's see who else is here, because I've been wittering on and everyone's been joining. So Karen's here, Kathy's here, Dino's here, Kentucky's in the house, Michelle's here, Donna's saying lots of crazy storms in Oz as well. Bit blowy in Kent too, says Carol Ann. I've just got your email. I will reply a little bit later. Food was good and as usual, way too much. Yeah, but it's Christmas. Ali, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Judith. Oh, Elizabeth. Best present was Jo Malone perfume and the Stampin' Up goodies that arrived before Christmas. Yeah, so I am on the hunt for a new perfume. So my favorite one I can't get anymore, and it's really citrusy, really clean and really citrusy, sort of lemon citrus, really. So any recommendations for a new perfume, that'd be good. So Donna's saying lots of things that make heaps of things out of steel in Oz. Yeah, so we've got I've got dragonflies. I've got multiple dragonflies in the garden made of steel. But we've also got a set of 3 cups, and they're different heights, but they hold water for the birds as well. So, and obviously now I've got the robins as well. Hello, Margaret. Anne, hello. Happy New Year to everyone. No resolution, so none to break. Yeah, Donna's saying she doesn't make any. Ali doesn't make any. Happy New Year, Sue. And I've remembered that I've got cards to show you, and they're downstairs. So I'm going to run downstairs and go and get them. Meantime, have you got this yet? If so, what are your favorite items in the Sale-a-bration catalogue? I'll be back in a minute. Ta-da! Whew. Right. Yes, so if you're on my mailing list, you should have received this and this by now. So let me know what your favorite things are in there. I'm going to share with you some of the things in a few minutes, but I've got a few things to show you. Cards that have arrived. So some of them are Christmas cards that arrived after my last live before Christmas. So there is this one from Karen. Thank you very much. And this one from Mandy. It's difficult to kind of show you. It's an easel card out of circles. And she made it blue specially. This is from Kimberly. She actually drew those ornaments and coloured them in. This is from Helen and Phil. This one is from Pam and John, and I don't think you can tell that this is actually fabric, which is very cool. This one is from Lorraine. This one is from Joan. And then this one is from Sue. Thank you very much. And she made me laugh because on the back, she dropped the card on the ink pad, which is something that I do all the time. Which is why I always say, close your ink pads. But we don't, do we? We just leave them open. Sue's liking papers in Sale-a-bration. Happy New Year, Deborah. She's saying it's a good start because she's catching me live. Thank you. And Margaret's liking the papers on page 9. Most adored. Yeah, so over the next few weeks, I'm going to be showing you all of the papers. I'm going to be doing videos as well as lives. So if you're on my mailing list or you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you again, right. My signal's dropping out again. Can you let me know if we've got a problem? I'm going to just switch on my Wi-Fi. I'm hardwired into the router. There should never be a problem with my connection. So I'm really sorry. It looks like Sue's saying she's not surprised with the windy weather. Yeah. I don't know. This is really weird. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for now. And if I start glitching in and out again, let me know. And I'll switch on to Wi-Fi instead of wired. Yeah. Okay. Ali's saying, yeah, strong winds maybe have something to do with it. Okay. Thanks, Silla. Thanks, Ali. Okay. Let me get on with the stuff then. Right. So the first thing I need to talk to you about is joining my team. Now, I talk about this all the time, and I understand. You're probably bored of me talking about it all the time. But there is no downside to joining. There just isn't. So if you join my team during Sale-a-bration, so that's January and February, so 2 months, you can either choose an extra £30 worth of products. So you'll get £160 worth of products, but you only pay £99. You don't pay postage. So you can either do that, or you can get the normal £130 worth of products for £99, and you can pick this. So let me show you. Whoa, it's huge. So, oops, upside down as well. So this is a crafting glass mat. As you can see, it is enormous. I haven't yet figured out a way to light this so it doesn't reflect. So although I am using it, and I'm using it when I'm crafting, I can't film with it at the moment because it reflects all the light, so it's kind of weird. So this is, so you can see, look, there's a light reflected there, so it's just shiny. So it's very cool, but I can't kind of show you it any other way. Then there's this, and this is life-changing. So let me show you, actually. Let me get my glass mat back up. So this is silicone, and it sticks. Well, yeah. Honestly, it does stick. Oh dear. I should have practiced that, eh? It sticks. Oh dear. It sticks on the glass. It does, I promise. Anyway, it's very cool. So these little squares here will hold the ink spots, or you can use this as a paint palette. Now, bear in mind, this is silicone and it's white. It's not going to stay white for a long time, but this is also good for scrubbing and just holding your dirty stuff. Now, on some of the videos that I've been filming, you'll see me using this as something to prop dirty stuff on. You'll see. Anywho, there's this as well, and I haven't actually opened this yet. So this I am very excited about. So this is a fabric version of this. I understand this is pink, this is grey, but it's made of the same stuff. So this is really cool for cleaning. So you're going to be seeing that as well. Now, the only way you can get hold of this at the moment is by joining my team. And how can you not want this? Which is very cool. So let me just put it down because I don't want to break my glass mat. Okay, so as well as your extra £30 or your glass mat, you get until the end of June to do your first quarterly minimum in sales. You get to join my awesome team and hang out with me in a different Facebook group. I run regular trainings and chats, and we have events, in-person events, online events, all going on in the group. You can still do craft along, but instead of placing an order to get your craft along for free, you get the discounted, team discounted price, which is £17 instead of £19.50. So many reasons to join. Yeah, it's the most awesomeness there is. So think about it. If you've got a big order to go in, let me know. We can chat and I can explain things to you, because people always have questions. And one of the biggest questions is, but I only buy my own crafting stuff. I don't want to teach classes or do videos or those kinds of things. You don't have to. I do this because this is my job and I love it, and this is what I want to do. A huge amount of my team join for the discount. And that is awesome, because, well, why pay full price? You can join just for the discount. That's okay. All right. So now we've got over the fact that the silicone does stick to the mat. I am going to share with you one of my favorite bundles in the mini catalogue, and the Sale-a-bration papers that I am expecting to go first. So let me just show you this again. Okay, so this launches on Thursday. So all of the stuff in here that you can earn for free is all of the stuff that you can earn for free is while stocks last. So I will always say this whenever we have a new launch, new catalogue, new products. Please get the stuff that you really want as soon as you can. And I understand that finances don't always stretch to all the things that we want, but always prioritize the stuff that really speaks to you, that makes your heart sing, because it's really sad when people can't get the things that they want. So that said, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to make a couple of cards and show you some of these new products. So let me just move my mouse, do that. Oh, switch the camera. Yay. Okay. So sadly, because the catalogue's not live, I can't show you inside it yet. If it was Thursday, I could, but I can't. But I can show you the products. So I am going to show you a set of papers that you can get for free, and it's matching stamp set and dies. So this is the Trusty Toolbox. And just as a reminder, on all of our patterned papers, you always have a list of colours on the back. So don't get rid of this, because then you'll know which colours, and I'm going to show you the colours in a second. So these are the papers. So we've got, this is a set of rulers. You've got screw heads and hammers and nails, more screws. Oh, that's stuck together. And sort of a background lined paper there. You've got screwdrivers and a kind of grungy background. And then you've got two papers that actually look almost identical, but they're not. So this one's got band saws and some snips and a G clamp or a C clamp, whereas this one's got a drill on it. and tape measures. So that's different, but you can tell they're different because that one's got like a grid pattern on it and that one's got the blue pattern on it. So the colors in these, let me just turn that over. So you've got Poppy Parade, Lost Lagoon, Basic Black, Grey Granite, Crushed Curry, and Copper Clay. So these are the colors, and this is why I'm saying it is really important to hang on to this bit. And also, that's how I keep them stored. So I keep that in the back. So if I forget what the papers are called, or I forget what colors, or I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh, is that real red or is that Poppy Parade? I know for sure because it tells me on the back. So not only is this an awesome paper, you can earn this paper for free. Okay. And if you buy the Trusty Tool stamp set and the matching dies, I'm going to show you all the dies in a minute. That is, hang on, I'm going to get my catalogue, tell you what the price is. It is £52. So if you buy this, you can have this for free, which is just crazy, isn't it? So buy this, get this for free. Now, this stamp set on its own is fabulous. You've got a hammer, a wrench, a paintbrush, a tape measure, and a pencil. And the shadowy pieces are all the pieces that add colour to these. The dies, there are 20 dies, and I'm going to show you all of those in a minute. They are amazing. Why would you not do this? It's just crazy. It's a brilliant set. And a lot of the dies cut out these shapes as well. Equally, for the shapes that we don't have dies for, you can cut those out as well. So let me show you the stamps and the dies. Hi, Carol. Connecticut's in the house and Texas is in the house. Hello, Stella. We've got a busy international world here today. Right, so I'm going to just put that to one side for a minute and grab grab ink pads. And a million stamps. Not quite, but there are quite a few. So let's bring that in and get some grid paper. Okay. So I'm going really simple for this first card. So I'm making 2 cards today. And I'm just using stamps, ink, and paper, bit of blends for colouring. So I've got Lost Lagoon, which is the paler colour, and Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to make a Father's Day card. So I'm going to start out with the Father's Day sentiment. And it's a really cool font. Although I'm saying that, I've re-inked I've re-inked this. and I've just used the wrong colour for a start off, so I'm going to have to start again anyway. I've re-inked my ink pads, and they've been when I re-ink them, you would think 16 years on I would have learnt to not over ink my ink pads. You would think that, wouldn't you? Sadly, I always over ink them. So I'm just going to take a little bit. There we go. So let's try that again. So there we go. That looks better. It's the right colour and everything now. There we go. So I've got my sentiment, and then I'm going to stamp my outlines in Pretty Peacock. And these tools are really simple in their design and structure, but it means that they are super easy then to be able to colour and so on. So let's just pop that one there and that bit there. Okay, so can you see? So we've got the outlines there. And then you've got these lovely little stamps. So it's a bolt, a screw from kind of the sideways on and a screw from the top down. And that just makes a really lovely infill. Just to kind of pop them here and there. Ooh, didn't quite stamp that. There we go. Okay. And then I'm using the solid pieces to fill in the handles. Now, something to be aware of, because these are photopolymer stamps, sometimes when you pick up, let me just clean this. When you pick up a photopolymer stamp, when you pick it up, you can kind of bend it. And you've got this handle piece that is designed to stamp over the top of it. It's a two-step stamp. So what you really don't want to do is misshape any of your stamps. So the easiest way to make sure you're not bending it in any way is to put it like the stamping edge down and just let it sit on your desk, and then pick it up with the block. So rather than taking this and placing it on the block, because you might sort of bend it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So pop it down, and then it will hold its actual shape. So then when you go to stamp this insert, in theory, it should stamp in the right place. So you've got two different long handles, so just make sure you've got the right one for the right bit. That's that one. And then this one. Here's for that one. And that one. So there we go. So then you've got your handles. Now this is a kind of weird stamp. Hang on, let me just stick it on my hand. You might be able to see it better. It's a weird stamp. It's this one. That one there. Kind of look at it and think, what am I going to use that for? It's actually paint. So it goes on the end of the brush. Like that. So it looks like you've dipped it in the paint pot. Like that. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my grey granite blends to colour in what would be the metal or the silver bits. Just and you can use a blender pen as well if you want to. With this, a blender pen and ink or your markers. But I'm just using blends today. So let me just go over these. There we go. Just a little bit of colouring. Oh, I think this one's, we're running out of running out of blends at that end. Always make sure with any of your Stampin' Up markers, whichever ones that you use, so the water-based ones, which are our Stampin' Right markers, or the blends, always make sure that they are stored like this, flat. Don't stand them on one end because they'll dry out on one edge or the other. So there you go. So there's a really fast kind of two-tone card. Let me just pop that away and just assemble this. Thank you, Donna. So I'm just popping it on some Pretty Peacock. And then Lost Lagoon. And then, oh, I stamped that earlier. Alice saying this is on her wish list. Good morning, Tina. Thank you for joining us today. So that's for the inside. And there you go. So a really lovely kind of flat card, very tonal. Love it. I just need, bear with me, just two. That's the dark one. I want the light one. Just need to go over that a bit more. There we go. Better. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so obviously this will work in whatever colours that you like. So that's the first card. So that is purely stamps. Okay, I'm not using anything else, just stamps on that card. But there is a set of 20 dies that goes with this. So I'm just going to quickly talk about two of them in here, and then I'll talk to you about the rest of them. So this first one is actually designed to be a panel. So if you can imagine like a riveted panel on a toolbox, and this is designed to be a toolbox handle. This one you're going to see on the next card is actually a pegboard. So it makes lots of little holes. So that is really cool as well. So not only for the tools, but also for all sorts of things that you could put. We've got the crafting stamp set and dies as well. Some of those images would work really well with this too. So that's 3 of the dies. And let me show you some more of them. Ta-da! Okay, so some of the dies kind of look a bit strange, so I wanted to show you. So these 2 dies, this looks like a bird's head. These 2 dies make this pair of shears. Ooh, this die makes your little bolts. And then these 2 make your pencil. So it's got 2 tones, and then I've just coloured the very tip there to make a pencil. Oh, and Triana's saying if you put a brad here, you can open and close it. So it will actually be a working pair of shears, which is very cool. Then we've got this. Now, this is a die cut tape measure. You'll see in a minute that a lot of these dies will also cut out the paper, so I'll show you that. But the die that cuts out, oh, I don't know where it is. Where did it go? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to try and find that later. There's a die that cuts out a circle and this piece, and this is to go on the tape measure. That bit is this piece here, which is quite straightforward. But the circle and that little tab, you're kind of looking at it going, I don't understand. What is that? Well, that's what it is. And then this one, I haven't got this one out, but this is paintbrush. And it actually cuts all of the bristles for the paintbrush. So that's those. But then there are more dies. Now these dies, let's start out. So these are the stamped images. So these actually cut out the stamped images. So that cuts out the paintbrush. That one cuts out the hammer. And that one cuts out the wrench, okay, of the stamped images. But in the papers, you've got other images as well. So, and other things that it can cut out. Oh, hang on. Let me get the stamps. What can I do with them? So you've also got that die, which also cuts out the stamped tape measure and also cuts out the pencil as well. So then this one cuts out the wrench. It cuts out the hammer. So let me show you. So you've got the hammer. You've got the wrench. This one cuts out that wrench. which is that one. On the other paper, oh, sorry, that also cuts out the tape measure. So that's like that one. And then on the other paper, this one cuts out the paintbrush. So like that one. And then this piece, oh, it's on the other paper. Said they're similar but not the same. This piece cuts out the drill and the drill chuck, which, let me put those down, which is this bit and this bit. But even better than that, can you see how this is kind of cut in sections? So you can build this up with different colors of cardstock if you just want to use the dies. So and you've run out of paper. Isn't that cool? So we've got all of those bits. I don't know which bits of that I'm going to use in a minute, but I'm going to be using them. So let me just pop those all in there, because that is good. Tina's saying they're cute, and Therese is here from France. Hello, Therese. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so I've got another Lost Lagoon card blank. That's for the inside. Okay, so I cut the pegboard. Now I cut the pegboard out of crumb cake because a lot of pegboards are that kind of, I don't know what it's called. It's like plywood. Of the sort of traditional ones, but when you put it on a card, you kind of lose the holes. So I put a piece of black card behind it, and then it really stands out. So I've got that. I've also got a piece of the patterned paper. So it's got the tools on the back, but it's kind of got this sort of mottled effect, and it just blends in with the background. I like that. So that's what I'm gonna put down. Oh, this glue's seized up. Let me try that one. Okay, so that's going to go on there. And then this one, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue sort of around the edges and a little bit. I'm going to try and, what I'm trying to do is not squidge it out. So that's going to go on there. And then this is going to go on here. And then I'm going to put my assorted tools on. And then I'm going to use a happy birthday from Best Family Ever, because obviously I've already got a Father's Day card, so I thought I'd use a happy birthday card. So I'm just going to do that and just make a little, like a little banner, and then I can decide where I'm going to put it once I've got the tools on. So by sort of cutting it now, it just gives me the flexibility to play with the layout. And I'm just trimming it like I do. There we go. Okay. So I don't know how many how many tools I'm going to put on. Probably lots of them, and they're going to kind of hang out over the side and, you know, all over the place. Ha! There we go. Oh, I love that. Right, I'm not going to put the drill on today. I'm going to put these on. So obviously, these pieces are all using the papers that I've die cut. But of course, you can stamp the images, so you don't have to use the papers. So let's pop that there. Some little dimensionals. So one of the things that I always get asked when we've got a catalogue launch is, Amanda, I went onto the website and it won't let me order anything. That's usually because you're a day early. So it's actually Thursday is launch day. And of course, it's new catalogue launch. So be prepared for orders to take a little bit longer, because obviously the volume of the orders is always much higher. And make sure that when you're ordering, your orders are in multiples of £45, because for every £45, you get a Sale-a-bration item. So, you know, if you spend £90, you get 2 Sale-a-bration items, or you can pick, there are 2 or 3 £90 items. So there's a set of dies and there's some stamps and various other things as well. But just make sure that it's in multiples so that you are getting the best deal. Don't want you missing out. That would be sad. This is such easy crafting. I'm just sitting here sticking. Margaret saying she's loving the pegboard. Yeah. And I think this is, you can use this for so many things. So I was thinking earlier that you could kind of string stuff off it. You could actually use it like a pegboard. So let's kind of pop that there. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put a dimensional either side, so it kind of just balances over the top of that, and then just put that one down there, and then it's done. But this is great for all those DIYers in your life. And, you know, you can make it sort of home DIY with the hammer and the paintbrush. You could make it mechanics, kind of with the wrenches and the G-clamps and things. Got a dimensional backing stuck there. There we go. All kinds of stuff. There we go. Oh, actually, I can put that on the inside. There you go, you see? Always make sure you put something on the inside. Ta-da! So that's really cool. That pegboard it just gives it so much texture. It's very cool. So there's the two. This is obviously the stamp set. And you've got this dad here. And you know how with Biggest Wish we stamp the happy over the top of the birthday. So if you stamp the dad in a lighter color and stamp the thank you across, or you're the most awesome across, that would really work as well. So it is such a lovely stamp set and die set, but the fact that you can get papers for free is awesome. Okay, so I am going to sign off for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and Happy New Year to you again. I will be back here live next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. But like I said, make sure that you're signed up. Let me just get my website address up. Signed up on my blog, inspiringinking.com. If you sign up to get the newsletter, then you won't miss any of my launches of projects or videos, because people on my mailing list always get to hear stuff first. And like I said, I've got lots of videos in addition to my lives coming up. So keep an eye out for that. And happy shopping on Thursday. And do let me know if you are interested in joining my team. And I can send you all the links and have a chat with you if you'd like to do that, if you'd like some more information. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you all again next week. Until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.